When you are analyzing a lighting layout, you may wish to render the view in order to get a better idea of how the space will be illuminated. You can render views in Revit to analyze a lighting layout. Most light fixtures are hosted families. Therefore, the best way to place light fixtures is in reflected ceiling plan views so that you can host the fixtures to the ceiling. However, you can use other model views to place light fixtures. I'll switch to the Level 1 ceiling plan view. On the Systems ribbon, in the Electrical panel, I'll click the Lighting Fixture tool. In the Type selector, I'll choose one of the Troffer lights. The exact type is not critical for this exercise. Notice that now, when I move the cursor, I see that I cannot place the light unless my cursor is over a ceiling. The light fixture is ceiling hosted. I can't insert it where there is not a ceiling. I'll click to place one instance. Then, after placing it, I can select it and press the spacebar to rotate it 90 degrees. Or I could select it and then use the Rotate tool in the ribbon. After I rotate the light fixture, I can use the Move or Align tools to place the light fixture at the intersection of a ceiling grid. Rather than having to place and then rotate each light fixture, it's easier to simply place one light, orient it properly, and then use the Copy or Array tool to place additional copies of that light fixture. I'll copy the first light fixture until I have 4 placed in the room. To place a spotlight, I'll start the Lighting Fixture tool again, choose one of the 75-degree tilt downlight spotlights in the Type selector, and click to place it in the ceiling near the top right corner of the room. Then I'll click Modify to end the command. Now, I'll switch to the Perspective view. Here, you can see 2 of the lights we placed. To get a better sense of these lights, I'll open the Visibility Graphic Overrides dialog. I'll expand the Lighting Fixtures category, select the Light Source checkbox, and click OK. Now you can see the light pattern representing the light fallout and direction. To see this better, in the View control bar, I'll change the visual style to Shaded. Next, I'll select the spotlight, and in the Properties palette, I can see some instance properties. I'll click Edit Type to open the Type Properties dialog. Here, I can see parameters for the material, light properties, and photometric properties. The photometric values, particularly the spot field angle, spot beam angle, and tilt angle, directly influence how any scene containing lights will be rendered. I'll click Cancel to close the dialog. Now let's render this perspective view to take a look at the lighting. On the View control bar, I'll click Show Rendering Dialog. In this dialog, you can control various settings that affect how the view will be rendered. In the Quality section, a setting drop-down is available. Here, you can choose quality settings from Draft to Best. Draft is the lowest quality setting, but the fastest to process. Best is the highest quality setting, but takes the longest to process. In the Output Settings section, you can set the resolution of the image to screen or printer. With screen selected, the resulting image will be directly related to the size and location of the pixels on your screen. With printer selected, you can control the dots per inch. With either option, the width and height display along with the number of pixels for each. Also, the uncompressed image size displays. In the Lighting section, you can choose the lighting scheme. In the drop-down, there are various options for interior and exterior schemes with a combination of natural and artificial lighting. I'll select Exterior, Sun, and Artificial. With any of the sun options selected, the sun setting becomes available. When you click the button next to this field, the sun settings dialog opens. I'll click Cancel to close the dialog. When you click the Artificial Lights button, the Artificial Lights dialog opens for the current view. Once again, I'll click Cancel to close the dialog. If you want to see only lighting from the lighting fixtures, you should select one of the Artificial Only options, depending on an interior or exterior view. In the Background section, you can control the background of the rendered image. However, these settings are not important when analyzing a lighting design. I'll set the quality to draft, the resolution to screen, the lighting scheme to interior artificial only, and then click Render. Since the render quality is low, it should not take too much time. Once the rendering is complete, you can see that we have an abundance of light in this room, mainly because we placed a spotlight that really isn't needed. Now I'll change the lighting scheme to interior, sun only, and then render the view. This will allow us to see the light from only the light fixtures versus the light from only the sun.